Hi, everyone. My name is Danielle Ibarra, and I just wanted to thank you today for joining us. We appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule as we discover more about the new processor and workload manager reporting available in IntelliMagic Vision for ZOS. Just a few things before we get started, and then I'll introduce our speaker for today and let him go from there. We are recording this session, and we will send you an email with a link to review at a later time. Also, if you look in your control panel for the webinar, you will find a Q&A section where we encourage you to ask questions during the presentation. And at the end of our session today, we'll go through and answer those questions for you. Our speaker today is Dave Hagan. He is a storage performance expert here at IntelliMagic. Dave has over 35 years of data processing experience, including 29 years with IBM, and the last 10 years at IBM, he was in the America's Storage Advanced Technical Skills Program. Dave's specialties include IBM DS8000 Enterprise Storage Server with emphasis on enterprise server storage management, data migration, installation planning, customer satisfaction, and security. And with that said, I'll go ahead and pass it over to Dave and let him get started.
Thank you, Danielle. This is an overview of IntelliMagic Vision version 8.2.0, or as I have subtitled it, What's New in 8.2? Today in the presentation, we're going to go through an introduction. Then I want to talk about some of the analysis and reporting improvements in ZOS and version 8.2. We're going to talk about the ability now to disable the threshold, the ability to search, improvements in the search capability, and some of the accuracy and usability functions that we've improved in pretty much across the board as far as the product's concerned. And then specifically, I want to talk about some of the improvements we've made in the ZOS reporting, particularly in the areas of new process of SMF record type 113, new improved WLM reporting, and a new dataset summary reporting. We'll then talk about some new GTFIO summary trace analysis, and then we'll talk about some installation and conversion considerations. For those who are unfamiliar with IntelliMagic, we are leaders in availability intelligence solutions. We've been providing for over 20 years. We have a history of solutions for in-depth analysis. We're a privately held company, financially independent, and we're largely customer-centric in that we're very responsive to customer requirements and needs. Our solutions are used daily in some of the world's largest data centers across the globe. So what is availability intelligence? Well, availability intelligence, availability is the ability to, of a configuration item or an IT service to perform an agreed upon function when required. And that's the ITIL version 3 definition. And intelligence certainly is foreknowledge of an adversary, and that's from Sun Tzu. And so availability intelligence gives us the ability to know what knowledge about threats to availability, as well as why better protection, protect continuous availability at the primary site, and how, which is automatically apply expert knowledge in the analysis and performance of configuration data. IO response times can be the IO response times in an environment can be fine, and this can deceive you into thinking everything is fine when in reality there could be during peak periods some, for example, front-end adapters that are right on the edge of the curve where performance time is concerned, and this is where your service time could spikes sharply upwards when there are increases in the actual peak workloads that are going on. And it doesn't take much of an increase to sometimes make these things spike. So the situation, what we're trying, or our product is trying to do, is to measure the availability at the component level and to give you the lead indicators as to what is likely to happen in the future versus what's going on at the moment, and not the lag indicators of response time.
This is just a brief overview of what we will be discussing in the actual video. If you would like more detailed explanations, as well as more content, please follow the link in the annotation.